Ellie, you go first. Any apologies that you're feeling you really need to be making?
There was a time when I was a teenager and one of my friends got a perm and I didn't like it much. So I was like, I think I can make it better if I cut her hair.
Oh.
So I was like, come round to my house, I'll cut it. I know what I'm doing. Obviously, I've never cut hair in my frickin' life. So I made my friend stand in my parents' bath and I got a pair of scissors from the kitchen and I literally just made her, like, turn in a circle while I stayed still with the scissors. And so, inevitably, when I got round to the front, it was completely asymmetrical. And her dad came to pick her up and he was absolutely furious that I'd completely maimed her.
You did it on purpose.
I didn't mean for it to be that bad, but I definitely did want to improve her hair.
Josh is shitting himself with his perm.
I know you said you're not a hairdresser, but surely you've been to a hairdresser's. When have you ever turned round?
I've never had a haircut in a bath before, anyway. It's all very odd.
So, perm girl, that is somebody that you definitely want to apologise to.
And who would bear a grudge, for sure.
Ooh, a big curly grudge. Now, Josh, who might you need to be apologising to?
So, I'm a great bloke, right, but on one occasion, I was travelling, we're in Faliraki, a 2-week go and find ourselves in Faliraki, and me and my friends created this cocktail. It was ouzo, whiskey and gin.
Oh.
There's no mixer in there, no ice. This was when binge drinking was, like, fine.
Yeah.
And this cocktail, it's not a cocktail, is it? This drink, this potion, did something to me, and I ended up kicking my nicest, bestest friend in the bollocks. Completely unprovoked, as hard as I could. I could have done anything in that state. This drink, what it did to me, and that would be my defence in court, would be, jury, go away, have a few of these tonight, come back tomorrow and see what you did.
Now, Stephen, we've had these two.
Yeah.
What's your apology?
I did a medical comedy quite a long time ago, and I played an anaesthetist. And it was called Green Wing, and to research it, I followed an anaesthetist round for the day in the hospital. And I was dressed up in all the gear. And I started off in the morning in gynecology.
Oi, oi.
But in the afternoon, we saw this guy, a very rare type of cancer, unusual cancer. This has taken it right down, isn't it?
Oi, oi.
It's sort of cancer operation where the guy was burning all his stuff. It took 14 hours, and the one surgeon did it for 14 hours in the abdomen. And we were sitting watching it, you know, from a distance, being very respectful. And the surgeon says, why don't you come in and take a closer look? So I said, OK, and I did, and I walked forward, and I tripped on the edge of a stand, and I fell forward, and my hand came out, and somebody grabbed me by the shoulder, because I was just about to put my hand through somebody's abdomen. Too much? So I would like to apologise, well, to everyone on the planet, really.
Oh, my days. That is so intense.
I think if you'd have done that on the morning shift, you would have been in worse trouble.
Right, that's true.
Why?
It was in gynecology.
Oh, sorry, he was in gynecology. Right, gang, I am absolutely desperate to know who the figure is in the booth. Mystery guest, please reveal yourself. It's Alan kicked in the box.
Hey! Hello.
Alan.
Alan, you have to show us your testicles.
So warm.
Well, it is quite warm.
Like a sunbed.
Are you perimenopausal like I am, Alan? Take it off, take it off, come on. If you're warm, if you're too warm, let's take off the jacket. There we go. There we go. Na, 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 na. There we go. Alan, it's really good to be here. Do you want to sit in my chair? We can do swapsies.
I'd love to.
Go on, Alan. Go on. Now, Alan, how are we downstairs now?
I have managed to father couple of children.
Yeah, well done.
Are they all right, though? Do you want to get him back and just we'll sort of hold him all four corners?
I'd love to.
Go for it.
Would you, Alan?
love to.
We can do that. We can do that. We've got sort of a cod piece. Josh, it's protected.
Sort of a cod piece isn't enough for this. I want a
Sausage
definite cod
piece.
piece.
Come on, pop it on, love. Are you a fan of your balls right now?
One goes in there, and the other leggy goes in there. There she blows.
I can't believe we're actually doing this. We'll just pull that up.
Hang on, now, Josh, listen, I don't want to get too intimate, but we are...
I don't mind, Mel.
We are taking this right up into the area, OK?
And you take his legs and I take his arms.
There we go. What?
That's gone on annoyingly easily, actually.
Guys, this has got very loose, hasn't it, this show? Now, Josh, can I just check, for our insurance, are you all right for Alan to have a little bit of a kick of the ghoulies?
Well, technically I have apologised already, publicly on TV, but if this is...
Now, Alan, he's wearing a nice soft shoe, I'm glad to see. It's a cricketer's box, as worn by, I can't think of any cricketers. So, guys...
We're literally on the
I
edge
know, we've both sat forward.
seats.
We're very excited about this.
Thrilling television.
I don't know if I want to see or not.
Not too hard, Alan.
Spin into it, Alan. Give it a bit of flair.
Oh, my God, I'm so scared.
Yeah.
I think we're even now, aren't we?
Ladies and gentlemen, Alan. Tom, who are you apologising to, Tom?
I think I need to apologise to Miss Quinn, who was...
Sorry?
Miss Quinn.
Miss Quinn.
Who I threw a pumpkin at when I was at school.
What?
I threw a pumpkin at her head at school.
Why?
Because it was Halloween, and
Of course.
you know I love Halloween.
You know I love Halloween and I hate women.
But pumpkins are quite big, though.
Yeah, with hindsight, a pumpkin in the head would hurt a lot, I think. But anyway, I threw it through a window and it hit her in the head and exploded.
Her head or the pumpkin?
Her head exploded.
Right.
And I got sent back to Ghana.
Rightly so. Right. Kerry.
Mine's a teacher one as well.
Really?
We used to have a teacher who had a prosthetic arm, but it was quite an old-fashioned one, and the hand used to face outwards, so we'd hang condoms.
Were they used ones or not?
No, it's to school children. Just unused, prophylactic, dangling from the man's digits.
Ooh. They're expensive, though, condoms. I'd know.
Was the teacher old? I know you don't like old people.
Yeah.
He was called Mr. Grundy, and we used to call him Mr. Grundy MC.
Oh, that's good.
And sometimes, if it was a really special day, stick sanitary towels to his back. He wasn't old, though, so we've definitely broken the pattern with me and old people.
Yeah, but he will be old now.
He'll be old now, isn't he?
Well, he's not safe if he's here, is he, with me around?
Right. Biz, who
Yeah.
do you owe an apology to, do you think?
I think it could be one of my good friends who got married a few years ago. So
Yeah.
I just felt, because I knew him for so long, I just thought, you know what, it would be a shame if I don't speak at my longest friend's wedding. So
Yeah.
someone said, does anyone else want to say something? And I just thought, yeah, go on then.
Oh.
So they brought the mic over and stuff started. One day, I remember he took us to this chicken shop and we was eating this chicken and he was like, yeah, we're going to get some free chicken. And then he took some hair from his bird's head and put it on the chicken. I thought that was quite funny, but still ain't funny, is it? So, yeah.
When you say from the bird...
Sorry, I mean...
chicken or
It's
the
actual chicken.
sorry, the girlfriend.
Oh, I get it now. I was thinking there was, no, I was thinking there was another bird. word.
You thought they were too...
And then it starts getting...
two chickens.
OK.
Nah. It kind of went down the same as going down it is today as well.
Sorry, babe, sorry. Hello? Yes, sorry. It's Ghana calling. So, is our mystery guest Tom's pumpkin-faced teacher, Kerry's condom-armed teacher, or Lethal Bizzle's bored bride? All eyes to the booth. Mystery guest, please reveal yourself. Dear Miss Quinn.
Oh, my God. You look exactly the same.
It's hard to recognise her without a pumpkin stuff.
Oh, you seem to have recovered well from the injury.
I have, yeah. I've got a lovely complexion now with that.
Miss Quinn...
I remember they said you wouldn't be able to walk.
Miss Quinn, give us your side of the story. We heard from Tom.
I was teaching a Year 4 class, maths, and Tom and a couple of his mates ran past the window and launched the pumpkin, and I didn't see them running, I just saw the pumpkin. And then, yeah, they were suspended.
Was it private school?
Yeah.
Oh.
Loads of that goes on at private school. They're always doing those sort of japes, aren't they?
Yeah.
Like wanking on a biscuit and
Had you wank on it first?
Yeah, it was a game we called Soggy Pumpkin.
Oh,
What a lovely, lovely teacher.
Yeah.
Thank you,
Miss Quinn, everybody. Lovely. Thank you so much.
So, some years ago, many years ago, I did a show called Goodness Gracious Me, and it was nominated. And very dear to my heart, and we got nominated for a BAFTA, which was hugely exciting. We were all kids, and it was our first big award ceremony, and we were all going to go together in a big gang, and I was really excited, and I bought this dress, which didn't quite do up, so I thought, I'm not going to eat at all.
Oh.
And I just got really overexcited. There was free champagne. What can I say?
Oh, wow.
And
Here we
I'm not
go.
good with drink anyway. You know, 1 drink and I'm merry, 2 drinks and I'm crying and telling people I love them, and 3 drinks and I'm starting a fight. I've had 4. I just felt really sick. The ceremony hadn't even started. Oh, gosh. And I had to throw up. So, you know, I was escorted to the loo. There were all these famous people, my heroes, milling about. Went to the loo, you know, threw up really noisily. It was humiliating.
Was it a rat? Was it a short? Or was it...
You know, one of those really long ones. What are you doing? What do you keep? Yeah, it was one of those. Everyone could hear it. Came out like that. Had a terrible stonking headache. Couldn't see straight. Bits of
Carrots.
and my dress that gaped. It was all going wrong. Steered my way out of the room. Was so feeling bad. Then I had to sit on the floor outside the toilets. And who should come up to me but Moira Stewart? Moira Stewart, who I think is adorable and wonderful. And she went, "Oh, Mira," I can't do it. Oh, Mira. You know, it's velvet, isn't it? We love your show. Leant over and I wanted to say, "Don't kiss me, I stink." And she kissed me on the cheek. There was vomit on my jacket, and I could see her go for me, and they go... like that, and they just sort of backed off and sort of waved a goodbye. Oh, Mira. I know, we didn't even win after all.
Listen, you didn't win the BAFTA, but you did win the BAFTA.
I didn't win. Very good, Mom. Very good.
I was sick at the BAFTAs once. I wasn't like, drinking or anything, but it's just other people's success makes me very, very queasy.
So it could be Moira in the
Could be
booth.
Moira.
Who knows? Sean, who do you need to apologise to?
I think it could be a member of staff at Hertford Theatre. And many years ago, I was on tour in Hertford, and I didn't really look at the detail sheet properly, and I went to Hereford, which was 3 hours away from Hertford.
Hang on, in Hertfordshire, Herefordshire and Hampshire, hurricanes hardly ever happen.
What the fuck was that?
What just happened?
What was, sorry, what
I'm
just...
a good girl, I am. You don't know what I'm... All I want is a room somewhere far away.
Well, a little bit...
Yeah, my fair lady.
Like 4 p.m. on Christmas Day with your drunk aunties. After the sounds right, love. You know it.
What could we do if I just started and we both know the...
Bing, 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 bing,
Seann, take us back to Hertford.
Yeah.
OK, I went to Hereford instead of Hertford. It was 3 hours away.
Yeah.
Basically, I mistook an E for a T, which you shouldn't do, especially at breakfast. Right? So, but it meant the gig was cancelled and they'd gone to work for no reason. Obviously, because I was in...
Did you go all the way to Hereford?
I went to Hereford, I got out the taxi, I looked at the venue, I went, Hertford. Just straight away, just...
You knew.
Yeah, I was at Hertford, yeah.
You
and,
knew.
And then that was it.
So what did they do in Hertford? They were there, like, did you phone them? Or...
No, I tweeted. What?
Hereford, soz.
Lazy.
So I tweeted, hello, everyone in Hertford, sorry, the show's cancelled, I'm in Hereford. There's nothing I can do.
My audiences get upset when I do turn up, which is just different, isn't it?
Oh, dear. Maisie, who do you need to apologise to?
I think this might be Laura, a girl who I was in food tech with at school.
Right.
I think we were in about year 8 or something. We were only young, about 12, 13 years old. And I really fancied a boy in my food tech class, but I didn't know how to talk to him. I was really nervous and really shy. And Laura offered... She said, oh, I get the same bus as him. I can sort of get some info in. What are his favourite bands? And you can drop it in at food tech. So I was like, yeah, great, thank you. And then I remember coming in, like, a week later to food tech. She was going out with him. I know, I was absolutely devastated. I felt really like, oh, my God. And I was so angry.
Wow.
And we were making cheese scones that week. Nice. And so I swapped Laura's 400 grams of flour and 1 teaspoon of baking powder and swapped them. So she had 400 grams of baking powder and 1 teaspoon of flour.
Wow.
And her cheese scones exploded in the oven. And we had a food tech teacher called Mrs. Campbell, and my main memory of this was Mrs. Campbell going, you haven't respected the oven! Really? And I was sort of...
Brilliant. Wow.
She didn't respect the oven.
Right, so is our mystery guest Maisie's romantic rival, 200 angry Seann Walsh fans, or Moira Stewart? Shall we see who's in the booth? Mystery guest, reveal yourself, please. May I introduce to you Ben from the Hertford Theatre box office.
I'm so sorry.
So, listen, we've heard Sean's side. Yeah. What the heck was going on in the Hertford Theatre box office?
So we had a full house, over 400 people. They'd all arrived, enjoying drinks in the bar, pre-ordering their drinks for the interval.
Oh, I love that bit.
Exactly. And
I love that.
Comedians tend to turn up, you know, about an hour or so before for just a light and sound check. So it's not too worrying if they're not here on time.
Yeah.
But something didn't kind of add up, and we were like, well, where is he? Where is he? And we're alerted by Twitter, basically. So there's a tweet, and I'm completely oblivious. People then start coming to speak to me. What's going on? Sean's in Hereford. So that. And I was like, yeah, funny, you know, great. Then my boss, who's off duty, is basically on the phone going, what's going on? And I've got no idea. So we pick up the phone, trying to get hold of your agent.
Can I just say, by the way, you don't seem like you've forgiven me.
Because I was the one left with 400 people. Yes. No comic for the night. So,
Ben, did you go on? Did you go on?
Well, I did have to go on and make an apology.
Oh, Ben.
Exactly, yeah.
I bet you were great. Or were you a bit passive-aggressive, as you are now?
Yeah. Yes, exactly. But, I mean, Seann did come back.
Yes.
You know, and
you had him back?
Well, we had to.
I suppose you had to.
Contractually obliged.
Yeah, there we go.
Do you want to hug it out?
No.
No.
I mean, Hertford Theatre is currently closed, not because of this.
Good. I'm fucking glad.
Well, we're actually increasing our capacity, so we're not sure we want you back.
Oh, a massive thank you to our mystery guest, Ben!
Thank you,
Ben. If I do owe an apology, it would be to my childhood friend, Roger, And, well, really, I shouldn't really apologise. It's like, no, I'll tell you what. No, I live on a council estate. If you live on a council estate, you know all the dogs that live on the council estate.
Sure.
You get used to them over the years.
They know you.
You know them.
Yes.
Right, it's a now station, always good as gold. I said to Roger, no, he's all right, man. That dog's cool. As soon as I said that, dog looked up, came, wham, towards us. So I jumped on the fence and climbed it like Spider-Man. And Roger then tried to climb behind me, but he's kind of holding onto my leg while we was climbing. So I kind of, get off me. And he fell all the way back down. And, yeah, the dog met him to say hello.
Did he get savage?
Oh, he got savage. He was against the fence going, oh! And the dog was like, no.
But how badly mauled did Roger get? Was it like
2 bites on his bum?
How many stitches?
Oh, he didn't need no stitches.
Why are we even talking about it?
He got nicked. He got nicked.
It was a loving nuzzle.
Yes. So I don't owe an apology. Fuck Roger.
For me, it was that action. And for that, my friend, you get a wrong gong. Very, very good.
Well, that's a good thing. That's a good thing.
That's a good thing. Now, Jonathan, who might be in that booth?
I used to do a talk show from Channel 4, and it was a live show. And this night, Danny Minogue was on my show, and I was quite pleased she was on. I've always liked Danny Minogue.
Yeah.
And I stood up and went, Danny Minogue. And as I stood up, I don't know whether it was the excitement or the movement, I farted. Quite powerfully. Not noisily, but, you know, powerful, with a full bass. Now, if it was a perfume, you'd say it's a very heavy, musky bass.
Cedarwood.
Which stays and then develops further into perhaps a sulphurous tone. But I stood up, poof, out it came. I'm standing there, and then she's walking towards me, and then the smell is working. Oh, this is not good. But then I realised, normally, in social success, you can walk away. Right?
Yeah.
Or you can waft.
Yeah.
Or you can... But no, I had to stay there because the camera's on me. It's a live show, and I'm going, she's coming towards me. And so I remember, I think I picked up some notes that maybe I had in the desk and sort of went, oh, like this. That would somehow... And even that was an odd thing to be doing, but I thought, I'll get away with that. And then she came over, and literally she came over and shook my face. I could see her face. I've just walked into a shit cloud. And she was like that, and she looked at me.
Is it an English thing?
And I felt awful.
Oh, little Danny, and she's only
She was like,
small.
oh, yeah, small, imagine the lung capacity. One puff, she was full of it.
It's a little Vinny.
And you know what they say, if you smell it, you're tasting it. You know what I mean?
Was the interview OK, or was it a bit flatulence? Thank you.
Louis. Olga, who do you owe an apology to, Olga?
I think if it's anyone, it's my mom.
Right.
As a child, I used to really, really like watching soap operas, and I would watch many a soap opera to the point where I couldn't really tell sort of...
fact and fiction.
Fact and fiction.
Like nuts, is he fact or is he fact?
I still don't know. I still don't know.
It's a fudge line, Olga.
And at a certain point, I think there was a very, very elaborate affair plot in the soap opera that I was watching. At this time, we had 2 phone lines in our house. So I called from one phone line to the other phone line, leaving a voicemail pretending to be my father's mistress. So I put on like a very raspy voice and said, I basically told my mom that my dad was leaving her for me.
What would Dr. Freud say? Probably something in German, so we wouldn't know what it was.
So I left this voicemail.
Yeah.
It was elaborate about how I'm sleeping with my dad.
Wow.
This is all kind.
There is so much to unpack.
Isn't there?
Anyways, my mom totally bought it, totally believed it, packed her bags and was about to leave my dad.
No.
He came home from work and she had a packed suitcase and she played him the voicemail, at which point my dad said, that's clearly Olga.
Because he knew he'd been having an affair with you, so...
I think it's the speed at which...
Yeah.
How long did they stay together after this event?
Still together.
Oh, well,
Oh, round of applause.
there you go.
These are some absolutely hummingly stinking stories of absolute deliciousness. So, is our mystery guest Slim's dog-bitten pal, a fart-faced Danny Minogue, or Olga's pranked mother? Mystery guest, reveal yourself, please.
It's fucking Roger.
Wait! It's poor Roger!
we see the bite marks on your bum, Roger?
Roger, we've heard Slim's side of the story. What happened?
He saw the dog, didn't say anything, and sprang up on the fence. At that time, I looked up and I said, "What are you doing up there?" And I turned. The dog was there. So I went to jump and climb up, and my hand was there, and he was kicking me down. He was kicking me down and laughing.
Oh, that was funny.
Roger, Slim gave us all this, frankly now, bullshit, saying that he explained that the dog was a good one, the dog was fine, you'd be all right, but in fact, he didn't do any of that.
No. He's thought about that afterwards.
Yeah, hindsight,
Yeah.
to make himself
I
look
thought I
better.
did say something. I apologise for not shouting out. I thought I did.
No, you just said...
Sorry, man. I'm
You're
sorry.
not forgiven.
Ladies and gentlemen,